So, guys, feel free to post the comments in the comment section at any time. As well, at the end, we are going to have a Q&A section, so you will have a chance to ask the question and possibly even join us on Zoom to ask your question with voice rather than with the comment. We do appreciate all the reactions and all the comments so that we have a feeling that we're saying something interesting to the audience and we can't hear you guys. So yeah, comments and reactions are very much appreciated. So the subject of this webinar is on the screen: how to revolutionize the e-grocery customer experience. So in simple words, that's all about the client app. But of course, client app doesn't exist in a vacuum. So we will touch up on all the other subjects. So let's begin. Anastasia, can we have next slide? Perfect. So we'll cover three main blocks. And first, we will go through the consumer trends which affect the e-grocery and in particular, which are important for the client app. Then the main challenges for the e-grocery retailers. And then we will talk about the strategies which we shall implement and utilize to cater for our customers better and to enhance the customer experience. Okay, let's go next slide. So quick introduction. So here is myself, Evgeniy. I'm Chief Operating Officer of Yango Tech. So I'm overseeing all the operations of Yango Tech and travel a lot around all the regions and witness with my own eyes how our partners use our white label client app and talk to the customers all around the world a lot. And here is Ksenia. Ksenia, would you like to say a few words about yourself?
Yeah, totally. I would love to. First of all, I'm really appreciating meeting you all here today. Unfortunately, I cannot see you, but thank you very much for joining us. I'm from the tech and product team. I'm head of product implementation. I've got more than 10 years of experience as a product manager. And right now, me and my team, we are in charge of implementing new scenarios and developing our product platform and new services so we can get new clients, new scenarios, and help you grow your business together with us. So I'm really happy to join you today.
Perfect. Okay. The e-grocery market, the e-grocery world is growing exponentially. It's estimated to be over $2 trillion, which is this number, which is even hard to pronounce, by 2030. It is estimated that over 20% of the grocery spend will be online by 2025, and the annual growth rate is over 25% worldwide. Of course, we can see much higher rates in certain countries at this moment where the markets are emerging. Next slide. So what will drive the growth of the e-grocery in the coming years? And as per the research kindly provided by Oracle and Accenture, that we understood that the convenience is one of, we know that the convenience is one of the main factors. So 90% of the respondents said that ability to shop quickly and easily are extra important for people when they are buying groceries, and 40% said that they that they really value the customer experience and they would choose different provider once you fail with your customer experience. This is that means how important it is. Next slide. So 30% of the respondents said that personalization is very important for them, and that they want the companies to predict what they want. This is becoming more and more important in the digital world, as in our world, on one hand, we don't have the opportunity to actually put items on promotion physically and adjust the shelf sizes. However, we do have digital tools where we can show, send, push notifications, and really play with our digital real estate, which in many times is even more flexible than the real world real estate. And here, the artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies are really enhancing this customer experience, helping us to cater for the customers more, making more revenues per customer, as well as satisfying their customers. Next slide. And of course, the variety, 40% of respondents said that they value variety a lot, and variety also in terms of the availability. We all know that when we go to our favorite grocery store, we most of the times we go there with a particular goal of finding something, and it's very frustrating when you aim to get something and you don't get it. And also, if you actually aim to get it, you buy it, but then it's out of stock, and the grocery provider, e-grocery provider, offers you a substitute or even doesn't deliver it. So those are the aspects which we are focusing on. Okay, next slide. Quick slide about us, about how do we know all of this and why we are qualified to talk about it. We have built our very successful e-grocery business, which is hundreds of millions of dollars of annual run rates, and that business is growing, let's put it this way, over 30–40% year on year, and that business is profitable. So this is a pure online operation. And a short while ago, we started to offer exactly the same technology for our platform partners, and now there is also hundreds of stores of our partners who are powered by exactly the same technology all around the world, outside of our home market. And that means that we do have a very unique insights into the e-grocery, and we see how it actually works from the inside. Next slide. So our software, so what actually do we have? What are the technologies which we have? Today we are going to be focusing on the white label client app. Of course, in the home market we have our own branding. So, and in the other markets around the world, we provide exactly the same app, of course, with the certain featuring and adjustments and tailoring to our partners under their own brand. We do have the product information system, which actually feeds all the images, photos, and product description of the client app in the real time, as well as the core of our technological solution, the inventory system or warehouse management solution, which in real time feeds all the stocks and basically how many items are there on the shelves to the clients, so that they can buy exactly what is on the shelves and won't be frustrated if they buy something and it's not in stock. Our ERP solution, which manages all the prices and supplier relationships. And of course, our WMS is connected to our picker app, so all operations are automated. And the last mile solution, which enables us to deliver fast to the customers. Next slide, please. So how do we enhance the growth of the e-grocery with the client app? What role the client app plays in this? And I think here I shall hand over it to Ksenia, and I will just add a few bits and pieces every now and then. Ksenia, over to you now.
Okay, thank you so much for the introduction, and thank you so much for the trends. We'll need them today, totally. They're very important. By the way, it's a webinar here, so we're not only sharing our knowledge and our expertise here. We would like to hear from you about your challenges, about your complications, about what's going on with your businesses, what are you struggling with, or what are you searching for. So please share your thoughts. If you have some idea or some comments or some question, please put it into comments. We'll have a Q&A session in the end, so we'll totally talk about all the challenges you're going to mention. We invite you to participate and to share your experience here. So let's begin with the challenges as we see them in our own experience and in the experience of our clients. To make our talk today easier, we suggest talking about these challenges by funnel. So normally on each funnel step, there are some complications, there are some challenges. So here are all of them like compactly put, and we'll suggest today solutions that based on our expertise can help with these challenges. Next slide, please. So let's begin with the acquisition. From our experience, we understand that it's important for both Q-commerce, who usually have a new brand and they need to get new audience. And it is also important for the retailers because one of the main challenges is how to bring people from offline to online, but it's not always about bringing from one place to another. It's always about some synergy here. So online can bring you extra sales, last moment sales, whatever. So you need to make people adopt this online new scenario. And the simplest solution is to offer for the newcomers to your client app something great to them. For instance, you can offer a new customer discount. Next slide, please. Here's some thoughts on this discount. What's important, you need to make some unique offer to break the barrier of the first purchase. So when customers first meet your app, they see some products, they may like some products, but there is a barrier to order something because they don't know how your service is working, what's going on. So this their first experience should be appealing to them, and one of the things to do is to offer them free delivery or offer them some discount, so they will be thinking of it like, I don't know, like a flyer in offline. So it's some perfect deal for them today. What's important here, some technical stuff you have to think of. It's important that this scheme should not be fraudulent, so you need to really check that this is a new customer and you're offering him this discount one time or several times, for instance, for 3 first purchases. Another thing is to think about customers can buy a lot of stuff because it's nice for them to have a discount on the products. So we suggest you to put some value threshold on the cart. So the discount can start from the cart beginning, I don't know, from $10, for instance, up to $3,000. 3,000 is too much, maybe 300. Okay, let's move on to the next part. Now, okay, you've got new audience, and the most important next step is activation. So here is like first several purchases upon our experience and upon experience of our clients is the most important, the most crucial part. You need to build trust. You need to make people the first order and to understand how your service works. It's not only about their app experience, but their whole experience. How quickly will the order will be picked, how you will deliver this. So these first steps are really, really crucial. And here are some ideas on how your client app can help to provide this trust. So we suggest, I'll be making today a lot of analogies between offline and online. So when you come to the grocery store in offline, you can see the product, you can touch it, you can feel it, you can learn about its contents. For instance, if you're having some allergies or whatever, it's important for you to know what's inside. It's important for you to see, is this product appealing to you? And you need to provide the same experience for your customers online. So we suggest you put several photos, you make them nice, you think of how to photo your product better. We totally suggest to put a video because video shows how is it in real life, and it may make the product even more appealing. So you need to help people experience something like physical feel. So how this product will be. So you need to ensure your customers, they know what they are buying. It's not like some picture, it's a real life product. it's certainly important to put nice, neat labels, nice, neat names of the products. If you have some technical names in your ERP system, for instance, provided by your supplier, we suggest you to make a recognizable, easy to read names so the customer can find what he or she needs. The next slide, please. And another really cool feature is to help people find the products with particular ingredients or without particular ingredients. For instance, if they have allergy or if they want something vegan or eco or whatever. So we suggest you to put some functional marker points, and we suggest you to introduce an opportunity for your customers to choose which components are important for them. So your client app will show them on the products and will help to make the decision. From our experience, this is really, really crucial when people thinking of adding something to cart. So this thing is totally encourage people to make a better conversion from just browsing your app to adding products into cart. And in the end, to buying them because they know they don't know yet, but they can see and feel how the products are and they are trusting you more. Next slide, please. Okay, retention. Retention is always about meeting expectation, is always about not only meeting, but exceeding expectations of your customers. You need to make their experience, you need to think of them, you need them to understand that you care about them. So it's not only about building trust, but it's like building a long-term relationships to help people, to encourage people come more often to you. And here comes all the great stuff that Evgeniy was talking today already about ML, AI, about all those cool online features that you never can provide in offline. Next slide, please. Just imagine you come to the offline store and you see a personal stall by your name with your products that you normally buy, with some personal discounts, with some personal touch. I guess you love it. And that's what you can easily provide with your online app, because you can introduce simple features like the order history, the products that you've bought before. It's really simple. You know what your products ordered in your app, and you just add this as a separate category, and customer opens your app thinking of what should I buy. For instance, he's adding some milk, some bread, and then he or she sees this category and they think, oh, well, I've ordered this great cupcake last time. I'll just add it to my cart because why not? I loved it. Another thing is my favorites. This signal is even more important than the order history, because it gives you the signal of what people like about your app, what people like about your products, what they love most. You can use this signal for a lot of things. We'll be talking about them a little bit later, but now just remember that likes are really, really crucial to build cool things, cool mechanics inside your app and to boost your revenues. So now we're talking about retention. So summarizing, you're just making the app personal to the customer. And we know that about 20% of regular customers use these favorites, and sometimes these favorites build up to 1/3 of the cart, and it's quite a lot of money you can gain. Next slide, please. We are speaking a lot about...
That's my favorite slide ever. This is my favorite slide ever.
Oh yeah, I love it also. So we are speaking a lot about some features, some fancy images, about videos, about mechanics, but all this is useless if you do not provide like the very service you're going to provide. If you are not delivering what you said you will deliver to the customer. Imagine you're coming to offline store, you're picking some products, you would like to have them, you would like to eat them or to cook something with them. You're coming to the cashier, and the person there says, no, you won't buy this, we don't have it anymore. So that's what normally, not normally, but sometimes happen in the online apps.
Well, let me just interrupt you for a second here,
Sure,
because
sure.
I do travel a lot, and to be honest, unfortunately, this is what normally happens with the grocery retailers. And in the countries like Saudi Arabia, we can see that with many of the grocery retailers, over 60, sometimes over 70% of the orders would have missing items in them. And with in the countries like Emirates, I would say that the average would be over 30%, which still is a massive number. And just to put it in perspective, in our partner stores and in our own stores, the number of orders affected by the missing items or substitutes is less than 1%, and on the mature stores, less than 0.3%. So really, just to put it in perspective and explain like how it is, imagine, guys, if you are ordering something from the food takeaway, right? If you are in London, that would be Deliveroo or Uber Eats. If you are somewhere in GCC, that would be Talabat and Hunger Station. And if you are guys based in Africa, then that could be Mr. D or the other food delivery guys. And you order it, and then they tell you, listen, you just ordered burger and fries. I'm sorry, I've run out of fries. Would you like to eat the salad today, right? And of course, how many times would you order from the service like this, which substitutes what you were really eager to have tonight for something else? And this is what we see in the grocery world again and again. In the countries like the UK and in more mature markets, you would rarely have the substitutes from your e-grocery provider. However, in the emerging markets in Africa, in India, and in the Middle East, this is still the norm. And I have mentioned those percentages before. And it's like we are always, as a part of our engagement with our partners, we always do a very simple calculation. We really look at the missing items, and we calculate how much of the lost revenue it is for the grocery retailer. And oftentimes this is more than 20, on occasions more than 30% of their revenue is lost because of the missing items. And I can go on and on about the reasons for this and how we solve this problem, but in simple terms, this must be completely eliminated. And once the problem of the missing items and substitutes is eliminated, that's when the grocery retailers, they experience truly the exponential growth. And in the Middle East, this is so rare for the providers to deliver without substitutes that whoever are the companies who are doing this, they really experience great growth, even though oftentimes they struggle with their assortments. And here, like our technology of the real-time inventory comes so handy, because we the client app, with whatever the beautiful, brilliant interface you have, unless you have the real-time inventory there and it actually feeds and shows exactly what you have on the shelves and is able to deliver without substitutes, nothing will actually help. None of the retention programs, none of the acquisition tactics. And we, of course, always look at the retention cohorts. This is one of the first things which we analyze when we engage with our partners. And we see that really the moment you eliminate the missing items, your, say, month 6 retention is oftentimes crosses the 30, 40, and 50%, meaning that if you have brought the users, let's say, in January through your marketing, then in June, July, they still 40% of those users will be ordered. Let's say 1,000 users tried your service in January, and 400 of them still would be ordered a few times a month in July from you, if you don't have missing items. For those providers who still struggle with this, we can see that really out of 1,000 users brought in January, only, we would say, maybe 50 to 100 of them would still stay 6 months down the line. Ksenia, what do you want to maybe highlight even more the importance of this, and how do we solve these issues?
Yeah, totally. That's when but technical stack, all the services in this chain of delivering products steps in. So that's why we are developing this whole system. And as you mentioned before, the core of the system is WMS, and our WMS is a real-time management systems. It means that it's really crucial that when customers are trying to buy something in your app, you reserve these products with your WMS, so nobody else can buy them again. Here's the video on the screen that's showing this story about tomatoes. So somebody ordered tomatoes, and the next person cannot see them in app because there are no more tomatoes. They won't get frustrated. So they won't get tomatoes either way, but they won't get frustrated because we did not show them these tomatoes. They couldn't buy them in the first place. So from our experience, from experience of our clients, the reduction of missing items to around 1%, I guess, because something always happens on the dark store, so you cannot like eliminate the problem entirely. But from our experience, if missing items rate is low, these can impact up to 10% increase in retention, or otherwise loss if you have a lot of missing items. And remember, we've talked about the first several purchases. It's really crucial that several first times you deliver the best service you can. So if you each time sends less and less products as something is missing in the orders, people will believe in you. And from our A/B testing, from our knowledge, it can lead up to 10% loss in retention, and it's really a lot, because you can invest a lot in marketing, and there will be like drained bucket problem with this case. Another important thing is managing stocks is not all you need to do to eliminate missing items. You need to buy enough stuff to serve your customers. So another thing you can work out is to have a look at what people normally buy and what people like, and you can make some forecasts of how much items and which exactly items you need to buy from your suppliers next time, and how many of them, how much of each product, so you'll have enough to serve everybody. To sum up, it's really important to think about this missing item problem, and it's not starting in the app, it's starting in your processes, it's starting in your supply chain, in operations, and in stock management. However,
I think we had a great question from the audience.
Oh yeah, okay.
We had a great question from Robert, who is asking how the real-time inventory system works, and how do you actually control the inventory of your partners, and if they share the inventory with us. And this is exactly the biggest problem of all the of the whole of the e-grocery sector. And I think, guys, if you permit me to take the screen for a second, I'll show you one of my favorite slides about the gray stores, and deviate quickly into this subject. Guys, can you see the gray store slide?
Oh yeah. Our webinar is growing. Our theme is growing much.
I'll be really quick.
Thank you for your questions.
Yeah, Robert, thank you very much for the question. So basically, in short, yes, we do get the inventory from our partners. However, it doesn't always solve the problem, because they give us the inventory in the morning, and during the day the customers are actually buying something. So most of the times what we suggest to our retail partners is to have a dedicated area on their sites where we can implement our inventory system and can see the inventory inventory in real time. And most of the supermarkets in the Middle East, they do have enough space for this, and that's not a problem for them to dedicate 100, 200, 500 square meters. And we can put quite a lot of SKUs in this space because we don't need to have the shelves where people go, and we can have our shelves 3-4 meters height, because this is not for the customers, this is for the pickers. So really, in most of the cases in the Middle East and in Africa, and as well as in India, we do have this extra space in the supermarkets. However, on certain occasions, there is simply no space, or there is no space on the back room to have a dedicated so-called dark store area where we can see the inventory in real time. And there comes the gray store model, right? And what we do here is that we take the inventory in the morning or in whatever time of the day the grocery retailer provides it to us. And that will be more or less of the correct inventory. However, during the day, the customers are picking the items, they're buying something, and while they are doing this, we don't see it. So we connect to their point of sale, and we know, of course, all the barcodes. So every time when the customer checks out, we actually update our inventory system in the real time, and we update, of course, our client app, right? The problem here is that, let's say you have 20 customers in the shop, and they have, each of them have 20 items in the basket, and if my math is correct, that would be something about 400 items in the air, which are not in the shelves already, but not yet being checked out. So I don't have the visibility of them. And here, the machine learning algorithm really can kick in, and as we know the sales by the hour, by the second, by the minute, we can predict what items could be there and make sure that we supply enough of those items in the store. So this is our machine learning and outer ordering algorithm. And the advantage of our system here is that, of course, we know the sales and the stocks by the hour. And that enables us to predict the demand with much higher precision than all the other well-known demand prediction companies, as well as to, of course, feed it into the replenishment system, and on many occasions even order it automatically. I'm sorry for taking over the client app bit with my favorite operational stuff. So, Ksenia, back over to you.
Let's get back on track, because our team is saying that we don't have a lot of time and we need to talk about a lot more stuff, and we need to leave some time for Q&A session. So please, dear listeners, share with us your ideas, your tips and tricks, how you try to eliminate missing items problems, or maybe you have some questions about how else you can work with it, because it's like a huge team. You can talk about it in a lot of different ways, and there are a lot of tools to make the life of customers and your lives easier. So moving on, the next step of our funnel is referral. It's something similar to acquisition, and what's important, after you've built loyalty, after you've got good retention, after you've got loyal customers, a very simple thing that not every business think about, but it's really, really important. It's like word of the mouth, is a referral program. Just help your loyal customers invite others, give some bonuses for them, again, as for the first step of the acquisition, give some bonuses for the newcomers, help your customers share these promo codes, and maybe get some extra bonuses as well. So you need to turn your buyers into advocates, because people talk to people, people have friends, people have family, and just help them share the love of your product. I don't know what to say else here. I guess it's so obvious and it's really simple. We totally recommend you do it.
I think I would add quickly a little bit about the referral program, right? There is a untrivial approaches to the referral program where actually, as we know, statistically, the person becomes like, if we can say so, addicted to the service after he have placed from 2 to 4 orders, right? And given the customer experience was good, of course, right? You delivered on time and in full, right? But it takes some time for the person to get into a habit. And who is the best person to actually motivate you to try something new? This is not the marketing. This is not the push notifications. The best person is actually your friend. Most of the things we do in life, we do from the recommendation, right? And what we can do here is we actually can give an extra bonus to the person who recommended every single time when the person who he recommended to is placed in order. We also sometimes call it the parent and the child. So say I would be the parent, Ksenia would be the child, and I would tell her, please use Yango Daily. And every time she places an order, I get a little bonus of, let's say, $10 or whatever the currency, right? And when she placed the first order, I got my bonus, but then I'm already using this service every day. So I'm using it next time. I see that I have $10 or whatever, and then I'm saying, listen, Ksenia, use it again. And I remind her and I motivate her and I push her to do it. And that really spreads exponentially after that. Okay, Ksenia, continue, please.
Yeah, let's move on. So now we're coming to the most interesting part. And again, here online has a vast variety of techniques. We cannot talk about all of them, so please share if you have something else here. So we are speaking about money. Money is always good, right? So what's important here? We need to grow average order value, and we need to encourage people buy more. We need to improve the frequency of buying. So one very simple thing you can introduce is add to your client app some promo mechanics, some, for instance, special promotions, seasonal promotions, or some events-based promotions. They can be sport events, they can be some happenings in your city, they may be some holidays. A very simple idea. For instance, a person is having a party and coming for some snacks. And he or she opens the app, sees this promotional category and says, well, I see here not only snacks, but I see here pizza, plus I see here some beer. Well, I'll take all of it. This is cool. So you can work with this feature, you can experiment here, you can combine products to make something like sets that people would like to order together, and it really boosts. I hope you see my annotating. So just look at this value. It the GMV, so it's like growth market value. So the whole amount of money you're getting, you can get up to 30% more if you work with these promo mechanics. You need to have a content manager. Yes, you need to have somebody who will be introducing these promo mechanics, who will be thinking of how to combine products. You need somebody who will be analyzing what's selling good, what we should remove, what should we add, what are next events we should support here. But it really works. We totally recommend you do it. The next slide, one of my favorite slides. Upsell instruments. Remember, oops, annotation did not went, but fine, we've got here also the most important digit, so it's okay. So remember, we've talked about likes, we've talked about the history of ordering. So let's get back to it. Based on what people like to buy, based on what people sees like as cool products, you can use all of it to build your recommendation system, your upselling. Upselling is about putting products in the right place in the right moment. So it can be some supplementary goods for particular products. It can be like last minute call in the cart, just buy this or that because you like it. Or if you do not have products that people, that a particular customer liked, but you have some substitutes, you can show them and you can say, okay, you might like it. We recommend you this because you've bought these or those products. And another thing I really love, you can use another mechanic with the upsell. For instance, you understand, your ML algorithm understand that a person is adding to the cart bread, eggs, and milk, and it's the morning. It looks like he or she is going to have a breakfast. So why not add some, why not recommend some pastries, maybe some cool coffee? If you you have a kitchen or a coffee point at your dark store, you can add there just fresh coffee. And to enlarge the cart of your customer, they didn't thought about it previously, but you thought about them, you helped them to have a really nice breakfast, maybe with some extra nice product, and improved his or her mood, improved your wallet. It's easy, and that's what you... The main idea, I guess, of our today's webinar is to think about customer journey, of trying to put yourself into the shoes of your customer and try to understand how you will act in this or that scenario, what's going on right now with the customer and what he or she needs right now, how we can help them to get nice experience and to bring you money and to get back to you again because you provide a cool product, enough of categories, just what they need, and you're helping them and they're helping you grow your business. And actually these upsell instruments put right can total up to 15% of all purchases. So they really work. If you do nice recommendations, people will add your products to the carts and they will buy them. So it's also driving your average order value and it's driving conversion to the purchase. Please share with us other mechanics you are using right now or you would like to try. I guess that's the main part of our webinar, so we can move to the next. Okay, no, let's. I was going to summarize, but yeah, just the simple idea is to think again of customer scenarios, understand on what level of our relationship, what level of relationship you're having right now with this particular customer, and to give him or her the best experience, to think about breaking the barrier of first purchase, helping to motivate to get more purchases, adding extra products to the cart. All this, you have to build relationship. You have to think of working with your customers as of relationships, and tools or mechanics or some tech stack is just tools that help you build it. So you do not have to think about them as cool features. You have to think about them like tools to build your relationship and to provide the best user experience, make it personal about people. So actually, I've seen some questions there, what we do provide. Yeah, everything we've talked about today, we provide with our white label client app. So we've got an experience of several years on the market. We've got our own business growing, and we've got a lot of customers. So we run A/B tests, and all the digits you've seen today, they're not like something out of the blue. They are based on our A/B testing. They're based on our knowledge. They're based on the knowledge of our clients who already use our white label app. So we are thinking a lot about mechanics. We didn't mention a lot of stuff, like, for instance, courier tracking, helping making this scenario of buying something the simplest and whatever. So there's a lot more to talk about, and as well as some personalization and making app special to your particular brand. So we do not have enough time to talk about everything. So we focused on like some tips and tricks, but yeah, that's all is available with our client app. So if you've got any more questions, just ask us. And it's time for questions.
Guys, thank you very much for everyone for the patience. I hope it was useful and entertaining at the same time. Look, post your questions in the comment section, and as well as if anyone would like to join the Zoom and have a little bit of a conversation and ask the question with a voice, we can send you the link in the direct message. Just send us a quick comment, post a quick comment, and then we'll send you a link for the question. While you are gathering your thoughts, I mean, the video is going with a little bit of a delay, so we will see your response to the invitation to the Q&A in a few seconds. While you're gathering your thoughts, I shall try to add a few more useful things, possibly. So we have discussed the client app in all the details and all the tools and mechanics, and we can see in the comments that oh, that's actually very interesting, right? So in the comments, Rakesh is mentioning that gamification helps him to with the acquisition of the customers, which is a very interesting as like in our experience. Most of the times, it's the metrics which we try to improve are frequency and the retention. And in the e-grocery world, the unit economics of every order is very much driven by the average order value. I mean, if you put it in the simple terms, right, you have the cost of groceries, however, the markup you put on terms of the groceries, and then you have all the overheads of picking the order, however much it costs to pick, pack the order, and delivery, however much it costs to deliver the order, right? So if your average order value is higher, that means that there is more margin there for all of these costs, and then the contribution from the order is higher. So this is one of the key metrics which we are trying to push. So just to summarize so the key metrics which we're trying to improve with our client app is the average order value, the frequency, and the retention. And the multiplication of essentially the multiplication of those three things gives you the absolute top line revenue, the GMV. So the more often customers they buy, the frequency, the more of the customers which you acquire stay, and the higher is their average transaction, the bigger your GMV, and the higher is your contribution, or essentially the ultimate profit of the business. And with all of our partners, one of the first things which we do when we implement our white label client app is that we explain why those features matter, and we start implementing and using those features in the order of impact. So we measure the impact from every single feature onto one of those key metrics, and those key metrics are fed directly into the financial model of our partner, and this is how we activate them, and this is how we run the seminars and the workshops with the teams of our partners to ensure that those tools are utilized.
Okay. Zhenya, actually, we've got a couple of questions already, so I'll announce them and we'll try to answer them. So first is Yango Deli launching cooked food service too?
I think they were these ones. I've seen the comments and I was responding to them in the comment section. I'm not sure if you see all the comments.
No, I don't, but I guess it's
let's answer with the voice. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, let's answer with the voice. So I guess here is important to say that it depends on what you're asking, because we've got modules for installing some kitchens or some coffee points on the dark stores or in the retailer section. So yeah, we've got technology to cook something and to deliver cooked food. We've got as well a lot of processes, a lot of tools to work with everything like calculating the right portions, thinking of how much you need to supply something, for instance, coffee or milk or whatever. So yeah, we've got tools for it. And if you need, if you'd like to learn more about it, I guess you can contact Evgeniy or myself, and we can discuss it like more thoroughly, because it's again a huge theme to talk about. So we've got tools, and yeah, we are ready to help you with installing some cooked food service as well. Do you have anything to add, Evgeniy?
Yep, I think I can elaborate a little bit more while we have a few more minutes for our allocated slot on how the cooked food model works. We really take into account all the ingredients and whatever, and we scan all the ingredients and they come onto the inventory system. And once all of the ingredients for a particular dish are in stock, then this dish is automatically listed on the client app, is available to buy. And if any of those ingredients, let's say you have pizza and you have pizza bases, you have toppings, and you have tomato sauce, and if you have run out of, for example, cheese, then those pizzas which have cheese in them would automatically be delisted for the time up until you have the next supply of cheese and it's scanned. While, for example, if you have run out of the tomato sauce, then all of the pizzas will be delisted at the moment up until the tomato sauce arrives. So the system is smart that way, and we definitely I think we're some of the most advanced e-grocery technology companies who actually have the kitchen and hot food block activated in our systems. I can see if, yes, thank you as well, Rakesh, for your questions. And yeah, I think the guys are asking here, saying that they would love to connect again. So we would love to connect with every single one of you and stay in touch and hear your comments, and feel free to post the comments, send the messages, and we would like to engage and interact, and we will be posting more valuable, sharing more valuable materials. We will be running more webinars, and if you want to learn more about some particular subject, please send us the direct message, the comment. That really helps us to adjust our strategy so that we can build better products for the e-grocery operators all around the world, and who are providing then the better service to the customers all around the world. As well as we, of course, want to share the knowledge, and if it helps you in your business, that makes us our heart warm, that our knowledge actually helped you to achieve something in your business.
We are doing together a great thing, I guess. So we're like on the same side with you, with everybody who is listening us. So yeah, totally share with us your ideas. Share with us your challenges. We can just talk to each other and help each other. That's great. We are developing this e-grocery together. So thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure talking to you, at least virtually, and we'd love to talk to you in person.
Brilliant. Okay. Thank you very much for everyone who joined. Thank you for your questions, and looking forward to see you again soon.